my doves, welcome back to Mama Appetite's Kitchen. So today, my doves, I will be making some pumpkin spice bread for you. I'm going to be using fresh pumpkin. So let's get started. The seeds here I will be saving because my mother-in-law used to use the seeds, dry them in the oven or outside for mole. Cut it and take off the skin. The skin is pretty hard, so we need to be careful here. Yeah, the skin is very tough. But you know, the bread, pumpkin bread, tastes better with fresh pumpkin instead of the can. But if you can't find this or don't want to make it with fresh pumpkin, you can always do it with can. So here's my pumpkin all cut up. I'm going to put it in boiling water, and I'll be using half of this cone of molasses. It's like molasses but in a cone. And then I'll be using 1.5 little blocks of brown sugar. My sister-in-law brought me all this from Mexico. I kept it in the freezer, so it's way better than the brown sugar we have here in the States. So it's really tasty. It's really good. So let's put it in the boiling water, guys. After it's cooked and the water has evaporated a bit, I'll come back and put my blocks of the sugar. Oh, it tastes so fresh, so yummy. Okay, see you in a bit. So my pumpkin is done. It's soft already. I added my brown sugar blocks and my piloncillo, which is kind of hard, but they all melt. And we'll be right back. As you can see, I am smashing my pumpkin and my brown sugar is melting. Mix everything together. So the brown sugar blocks that I put in here and the piloncillo, equivalent to 3 cups of sugar. That's what the recipe calls for. 3 cups of sugar. Okay, my doves. So for this recipe for my cheesecake pumpkin bread, I'll be using 3 cups of flour, 2 cups of pumpkin puree, 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of walnuts, teaspoon of nutmeg, teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of cloves, teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of baking soda, pinch of salt, and a cup of oil. Now for the cheesecake, I'm using a teaspoon of vanilla, a cup of sugar, 2 packs 8-ounce cream cheese, and 2 eggs. For my frosting, I'll be using a stick of butter, 8-ounce cream cheese, and 2 cups of powdered sugar. So let's get started. So I'm starting with my brand new KitchenAid that my son gave me for Christmas, an early Christmas present. So that's what I'm going to be using for my bread. We're starting off with 3 eggs. Beat gently. I'm adding my 1 cup of oil. My 2 cups of pumpkin puree, and it has 3 cups of sugar, the brown sugar. I'm adding my nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Oh, it's smelling marvelous in here, guys. Okay, slowly we're gonna add our 3 cups of flour. Just scrape the ends. Now I'm adding my walnuts. Okay, we're gonna pour and set it aside. So we can make the cream cheese batter. Okay, next is my cream cheese batter. I am using 2 8-ounce cream cheese packs, half a cup of sugar. You can use a cup. I'm using just half a cup because I don't want it too sweet. teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 eggs. So there you have it, my cream cheese batter that I'll be using in a minute. So now let's go ahead and start on my cream cheese frosting. So for my frosting, I'll be using a whole stick of butter, pack of cream cheese, 2 cups of powdered sugar. But first we'll mix our cream cheese and our butter. Make sure it's softened, room temperature, before you do your cream cheese batter and the frosting. Teaspoon of vanilla. Let's add some of our powdered sugar. Sugar, sugar. Little by little, because we don't want our sugar in our face. Get the sides. Three to 4 minutes is enough. So I'm gonna pour my frosting and put it in the fridge. Yummers. I have my tin baking dishes for my bread. And we will pour. This recipe makes 2 loaves. So we put the pumpkin mixture in our baking dishes, and now it's only like halfway, so we'll put the cream cheese mixture in the center. Just like so. As you can see, I'm putting enough in there, pretty much. Okay. Now I'm putting the rest of the pumpkin puree on top. Now what we want to do is gently spread our pumpkin mixture all over. So what I'm going to use is half of a chopstick, wooden chopstick, and we're just going to Go like this. Swirls. Just run it twice. So my cream cheese pumpkin bread is done. So they're gonna have to cool for several hours so I can put on the cream cheese frosting. So they're very hot right now. So I'll see you in a bit. So my bread is already cooled down and it's ready to come out of the baking dish. Let's see. Okay. Yay. Perfect. Now let's do the other one. Yes. So there we have it. My cream cheese pumpkin spice bread. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to spread my cream cheese frosting. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you like this video and I hope you make this recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on my next video. Love you.